Hey guys, this is General Guns and Ammo of Clan Active War, and in this video we are going to go through the fundamentals of a 3-star war strategy called GOWIPE. GOWIPE stands for Golems, Wizards, and P.E.K.K.A.s, and it is a 3-star war strategy that we use quite often in Active War at Town Hall 8 and sometimes at Town Hall 9, depending on the base. GOWIPE is a very, very strong war attack. You'll hear some players downplay it a little bit, saying that it's not a 3-star strategy, it's a 2-star strategy. This is just false. It's not true. Anyone who is saying that, especially at Town Hall 8, is just not doing it correctly. I've been Town Hall 8 for a while now, and I started using GOWIPE as soon as I got those troops, and I've been dominating ever since with 3 stars in war. So we're going to go through an example here from our last war victory against Clan Woohoo. One of these GOWIPE attacks conducted by one of our clan mates, G Money. He's a pretty consistent player for us, especially with GOWIPE. And so the base that we're looking at here is Town Hall 8, obviously. The defenses, probably looking at a mid-level defense. You see some max cannons, some max whiz towers there. The archer towers are not quite maxed yet. You have some Tootsie Roll walls, but most of it is level 7 max walls, but that's okay for the purposes of training. We'll show you the fundamentals on how to drop troops, in what order, and how to 3-star this base, which is pretty straightforward. It's not a crazy design. It's a square design, which lines up pretty easy for GOWIPE. So we'll go through this and show you what G Money did. And so you look at the troop combo. This is a pretty common troop combo that we use for GOWIPE. The 4 archers he takes here basically for these corner huts. If you can see my mouse cursor here, the corner huts here. GOWIPE is a bit of a slow attack, so it does take time for the troops to get through the base. And the last thing you want to have happen is to have everything pretty much decimated on the map, except for a builder's hut in the corner, or a building in the corner, where the remaining troops have to kind of meander through to get to it. So G Money has smartly taken 4 archers here, 9 wall breakers to bust through walls, 17 wizards, 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, 2 golems. In his war CC, he is taking probably a level 4 P.E.K.K.A. We do recommend to take a P.E.K.K.A. in the war CC. Some players take wizards. Most of the time, wizards just kind of walk into a giant bomb or something and die. So the 3rd P.E.K.K.A. is important there. His king is maxed at level 10 for this town hall. And then for the spells, this is important as well. 2 heals, 1 rage spell. I see players use 2 rage spells and 1 heal. That's hit or miss, 50-50 whether or not it works. The heal spells, the second one does work very nicely, especially when you have a cluster of troops in the middle and your P.E.K.K.A.s are getting pounded by Tesla electricity, which does double damage. You want to have that second heal there. So this is our kind of recommended troop combination for GOWIPE. So we're going to start this up here. And G Money places archers first on the corners to get rid of those huts, and he drops his golems. So the one thing you want to notice here with the golems is he drops them, spreads them a little bit apart. He doesn't stack them on top of each other or spread them way too far apart. The whole idea of these golems is, and you'll see as this develops here, so you'll see that all the defense in that behind that first layer of wall is all focusing on the golems, and that's what you want. You want these golems to be your tanks in the attack and to draw as much defense as possible. So you spread them a little bit to create the wall of meat shield, if you will, to take a lot of that damage from as much defense in the base as possible. And so there is a king there, enemy's king. That's okay. And you saw him drop some wizards behind the golems. So after the golems, that's the go part of GOWIPE, is the wizard part. And you layer the wizards behind the golems, and the wizards are going to be taking out this line of buildings here. And so what you're creating here is what they call the funnel, and the wizards are going to blast up all these buildings around the golems, those 4 camps you see there, in order to get the P.E.K.K.A.s in to target the middle. And so we'll let this run a little bit here. The enemy's War CC came out, which is not a problem. What you're going to see now is to take care of that dragon and balloon, G-Money is going to place a rage spell. And the rage spell is going to make quick work of that dragon and that balloon. It's very important to rage those wizards as the War CC comes out and meet your troops so they can kill them. He did also throw in his wall breakers into the rage. So they break some walls there and break walls all the way through the middle of the base. He funnels the P.E.K.K.A.s in behind them, throws the king in behind them, and now you have the setup for the 3-star attack. All your big troops are in the middle, the P.E.K.K.A.s, the golems, the king. You have the whiz in the middle blasting things up as they go. The archers actually survived, and they're taking out some of these side buildings here. He did place 1 heal spell in the beginning to heal that big cluster of troops. He places a 2nd heal spell now to get those P.E.K.K.A.s some health. As you see, those Teslas are blasting those P.E.K.K.A.s up and doing double damage. That heal spell keeps them moving. He still has golems working down in the south on those defensive buildings. He has another P.E.K.K.A. in the north working on those buildings. So he's effectively wiping the space from left to right, which is very important. You also notice he saved some wizards. This is very, very important to do instead of just dumping your troops on the battlefield. Dumping troops, as I say, dumping is for chumps. Dump is for chumps. Don't dump your troops on the battlefield and hope they get through it. Save some wizards in this particular war strategy so that if they walk into a giant bomb or something happens, you can strategically place them and keep the battle going. So you'll see here, G-Money actually OP'd this base. He has all 3 P.E.K.K.A.s still alive. He had wizards left over. This was very, very effective attack, and he 3-starred it. We do hit mirrors in active war, so he was number 20, and he 3-starred number 20. His cleanup attack is probably going to end up being higher because we clean up bases very quickly, and he's a very good attacker. So this was just to go over the fundamentals of GOWIPE. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you're looking for more content and training videos, definitely visit us at activewarcoc.com. This is Guns and Ammo, signing off.